Welcome to SHS This Month 3. I'm Joe, and this is Miguel.
First up, we got an interview by Matt.
Hello everyone, my name is Matthew. I'm here today interviewing Xavier. Today we're going to be asking a few questions for him about marching band and what he's doing this season. So tell us a little about yourself.
I'm Xavier. I am in marching band. I play the bass drum, and I do, it's kind of tiring, and that's mostly to what I do in the marching band.
Tell us a little more about what you do as the drummer.
I'm in the drum line, so I'm with other people playing different types of drums. So I play the bass drum, which is one of the bigger ones, and we're mostly the people who keep the tempo and are mostly on beat and have the band listen to us. And that's most of the drum line.
How would you say marching band is going this season?
It's going pretty good. Like, there have been times where it wasn't as good as other times, or like during our last competition, it wasn't as good as our most recent like practices and all that. So it's not going horrible.
Could you tell me a little more on that, like why it wasn't as good? What happened?
Well, I don't really, the tempo during the competition kind of like fluctuated, and we ended up getting back on track, but it kind of screwed us up like through the rest of the song, and then the other two songs were kind of screwed up also. So
All your fault, huh?
yeah, it's totally my fault.
Sorry to hear that. Now, another question. You said you play the bass line?
Bass
line?
drum.
Bass drum. Would you want to play any other instrument? And if so, would it be another marching band instrument?
Probably not. I kind of like the drums. Like, I mean, if you were talking about any other drum in the drum line, then I'd probably want to play the snare drum or something. But yeah, not really any other like instrument.
Any particular reason for the snare drum?
It's lighter than the bass drum, and also it's pretty cool.
That's nice. That's nice. Now, as I've heard, you play halftime shows, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about people walking out during that?
I think it's pretty funny. Like, I don't really take mind to it. I'm just kind of having fun. And even the band director is like, yeah, the other people aren't listening to you. You know, just play. And yeah.
Just relieves a lot of stress knowing that no one cares.
I guess.
That's nice. So, during sports and other competitions like that, usually people, do some sort of like workout routine together and work together. Does band have something similar to that?
Something like that. Like, we have a stretch routine that like goes to like one specific song, but recently they've been changing it around. But it's the same thing. It's like, I don't really know how to, it's just stretching basically in different positions, and then we like practice marching and all that, and then we go into the actual show.
What song do you stretch to?
Some Ariana Grande song, I think.
That's nice. That's really nice. So, with all this said, do you have high hopes for this season? Do you think you're going to do well this season?
Yeah, I think so. It's not that bad. We've been doing very good.
That's good. That's good. What makes you think you're going to do good this season, though? Is it just like not the competition, because you did bad? Is it just like the practices that make you think it's good? Is it just the practices that make you think you're going to do good this season?
Yeah, we've gotten a lot more like confident in playing more and more.
That's good. Well, that's all the questions I had for today. Thank you for coming today, Xavier. I'm glad I could interview you.
I'm glad I could be interviewed.
Now we have a basketball podcast with Joe and Josh.
I'm Joe McNulty, and I'm here with Josh Rivera, captain of the basketball team. Today I'm going to be asking him a few questions. Who are some key players for the upcoming season this year?
Some main key players we have: Connor Andrews, fellow captain; Casimir Mathurin, another captain; Steven Barrows, big body, Ryan Sablon. We have a lot of football players, Jonah Lee, Conrad Rogers, bring a lot of energy, strength, size to the team, stuff like that.
What is it like being a captain?
Being a captain is a very hard task. You got to make sure the team is always on the same page, make sure nobody's head's down, got to be a motivator, got to just make sure the team's together.
Are you looking forward to your senior season?
I can't wait. Literally itching to play because we're going to have a really good season. We're projected to be really good. We're going to really shock the state this year.
Tell me about the coaches a little bit.
Coaches, head coach Evan Taylor, Coach Taylor, great guy. He loves to go to war every night. He's always going to put all bets on us. Coach Mike, great guy, loves basketball, makes sure we have high energy practices, things like that.
What's the atmosphere like at practice and games?
The atmosphere is really intense. It's probably more intense than a lot of teams in Mass because ET and Mike are really big on energy. And if you don't have energy, you might get kicked out the gym. So.
All right, I'm Joe McNulty, and I'm here with Josh Rivera, captain of the basketball team. Thank you for tuning in.
Now we segue to hockey with Joe and Josh.
Hi guys, I'm Josh Rivera, and I'm with two captains of the varsity hockey team, Joe McNulty and Josh Greenspoon. Who are some key players that'll make a very big impact this season?
Definitely Sean Farley, right winger. Colin Alessi plays left wing. Colin's a senior, Sean's a junior. And Ryan Summers, a defenseman, who grew a lot over the offseason, and he's only a sophomore, and I expect big things from him this year.
We also have a great guy in net, Chris Andre. Brick wall. He's not letting anything get by him this year. We have Anthony Hearn, strong defenseman. He's been playing all over the offseason, so he's definitely ready for the season. Colby Strunk, left wing. He's only a sophomore, and he's already maybe going to get a varsity starting spot, so excited to see that.
That's great, guys. Sounds really good. What's it like being a captain?
It's a lot of responsibility for sure. You got to make sure everyone's doing the right thing.
Yeah, definitely. It feels good to be a leader on a team, but yeah, just like Joe said, it's definitely a lot of responsibility. You just can't be fooling around all the time. You got to take it serious, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Being captain's a really big role. Are you guys looking forward for your senior season?
Yes, I'm very much looking forward to this season. My last season, so I want to make it count.
Yeah, last season, last ride. Got to make it the best you can, you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tell me a little bit about the coaches.
Head coach Dan Mark. He's been coaching the team forever. We're definitely trying to make the playoffs this year for sure, and he's all about that. And then
we have a assistant coach, Coach Frank Antonelli. He's offensive coach. He's definitely going to help make an impact this year by teaching all the new incomers all about the game and everything.
Yeah, that sounds really good. I'm pumped for you guys. What's the atmosphere at practice like?
At practice, it's everyone's working hard. As captains, we're gonna make sure everyone's on track, obviously. But yeah.
Oh yeah, make sure no one's fooling around. Make sure everyone's trying their hardest. Like if we're either on the ice or if we're gonna be in the weight room, like just going full at it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm Josh Rivera. I'm here with Joe McNulty and Josh Greenspoon, and that's a wrap. Thank you for tuning in.
Next up, we have a very funny podcast with me, Obi, Marley, and Aiden.
Hey guys, we're here for our Halloween podcast, and I'm here with Aiden, Obi, and Marley, aka Trippy Red, or Budget Ian Dior. And so we have some topics here for you guys. First one is the best Halloween costume. Aiden, what would you say?
I like to go as a hot dog. I like to be the meat in the middle and the bun on the outside. Personally, I think it's the most creative, and most affordable. Marley?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. Like, you have to go like the OG, like Spider-Man as a kid. Yeah, and that's it. That's it right there.
I would go with one of my favorite superheroes as Batman. I would pick Spider-Man, but if he didn't pick it, but I'll go with Batman for me.
I would go with anyone from a horror movie, really. Just because as a kid, they're kind of scary.
Yeah.
Or if you went with as Chucky, you could just scare everyone and get all the candy that you want.
Yo, You thought Chucky was scary? He was
No,
really
not-
he was really just a doll.
When I was like 3.
He was
Maybe.
punchable.
Would you punch Chucky if he came?
I really think I could punch Chucky.
All right. Do you guys think the horror movie people are scary, like Jason?
Yeah.
and stuff?
As a kid, yeah, I was terrified.
Obi, what about you?
I think, like, yeah, I used to always be scared of like Jason and stuff, Jason, Michael Myers and stuff, but never Chucky, because I feel like I could always beat him.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
What about as a like?
Man's
you guys
like
ever
3
go
foot
as like
tall.
an athlete or anything? Something that you want to be when you grow up?
I wanted an athlete 1 year. That was Neymar. Best
So
year of my
that
life.
didn't work
So
out.
during
Huh?
so like during the cold October, you got out in like soccer clothes
Yes, sir.
and a soccer ball.
I don't remember it being that cold, to be fair.
All right. Well, moving on. What about Halloween candy? What's your guys' favorite? Obi?
My favorite Halloween candy is probably Skittles.
Skittles.
Yeah.
Taste the rainbow.
I mean, October's right before ball season, so do you really want Skittles?
I mean, at that I'll just get the protein bar. It's like that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's fair.
Skittles. is-
Protein bar for Halloween, I see it.
What type of
Yeah.
protein bar? Like chocolate, vanilla flavor, anything?
Chocolate.
Alright, that's fair. Marley,
Yeah.
what's your favorite candy?
I don't know. Probably like peanut M&Ms. You can't go wrong with peanut M&Ms, to be fair.
Nobody like that. Aiden, what about you? What's your favorite
You
Halloween?
disgust me.
How?
Peanut M&Ms.
What's wrong with peanut M&Ms? I'm curious.
You just get a jar of peanut butter if you want peanut M&Ms.
No, peanut butter's nasty.
What's
Peanut
it-
M&Ms is
But I
fire,
mean,
though.
Miguel, I think you said something about like mint M&Ms. before.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah.
Those are valid.
Mint
They're
M&Ms,
hard
like
to
what?
find. They're hard to find, but they're valid.
I don't believe that. Peanut M&Ms all the way.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Peanut M&Ms are like when you go to a vending machine, there's nothing there, and that's the only thing that you could
No,
like
peanut
recognize.
M&Ms is what
I'd
you
rather
look
starve.
for
Yeah,
in the
at that-
vending
At
machine.
rather
that point,
starve.
I'm starving. I'm not.
Yo,
I would starve.
Nah, at
before.
that point, I'm
That's what you
starving.
look for in the vending machine. You're like,
I guess I'm
nah.
not eating.
Alright.
Don't speak about peanut. You eat mint.
That's exactly like,
Like,
why y'all on
you-
my
what's
case?
wrong with
He's
mint?
eating
Chocolate
mint
mint?
M&Ms.
That sounds disgusting.
Do you
mint
like
is
mint
crazy.
chocolate ice cream?
No.
Do you guys?
Yes. Okay. Yes, that's fire, but not in your M&Ms.
Wait, what'd you say?
Do you like mint chocolate ice cream?
I don't even really like that no ball.
Yeah, that's fair. Other Halloween things. Like, do you guys like decorating your houses? Cause Obi, I've passed by your house and I've seen decorations there.
Yeah, never.
Really?
Like with my religion, nah.
Ah. I
You know,
see.
you was chatting?
Oh, so it was the
Oh.
wrong house, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, okay. Marley, what
I don't
about
even
you?
think you know where I live.
Are you
My
scouting out his
my
house?
family's way too
Yeah.
lazy to put up decorations. Ain't nobody going out in the cold October nights.
You went
putting
in
up
the
the
cold October nights as
decorations?
Neymar.
Yeah, but I was getting candy. I'm not putting up decorations. I ain't got time for that.
Yeah. Your Halloween spirit is
Nope.
it's a bit weird.
How about you?
No, we don't really decorate. We're not that big into it. But I think that's it for today, guys.
Next up, we have an interview with Jess and Rinaldi.
Hi, my name is Jess, and today I'm here with Rinaldi from the Stoughton High boys track team, and he's going to be answering a few questions for us. Our first question is, how have you been preparing for the upcoming season?
Well, I signed up for cross country so I can get my endurance and stamina up. I've also been working hard doing my sprint training and jump training.
Who are some key runners you'll be looking to for this season?
So we have Jalen Castillo, he's good with the sprints. We have Aiden Castillo, he's good with mid-distance. We have Jet Tranberger, also great with mid-distance, and Colin Oster with distance. They've been working really hard this season for cross country, so I think that will translate to the track season too.
Yeah, that sounds like they've been working really hard. How do you think the season's going to go this year for you all?
I think that we have a pretty good chance at winning it all, as in the past, because we have a lot of hard-working members. We have a good core, and I think that we could bring up the younger guys so they can help us win.
What are some goals you guys have as a team this year?
Some goals that we have are to win the Hawk, win divisionals, and win states. I think we can do it because we work hard. We have we put in a lot of effort and time into what we do, and we have a great coaching staff.
And what about you personally? Any goals this season for yourself?
My goal is to be a top 5 long jumper in the Hawk. I have a pretty good chance at that. If I work hard and put my mind to it, I think I can do it. Also to help bring the younger guys up so we can get them up to speed for next year. Yeah.
And our final question is, what makes track so important to you?
Track is a very disciplined sport, and it's also like you have to work on yourself to be good. So it's like you have to be very hardworking and driven to be the best, and if you want to be the best, that's what it takes.
Thank you for answering those questions for us.
And now we're segueing to an interview with Jonah, Tag, and James.
Hello guys, my name is James Price, and I will be interviewing football players Jonah Lee and Tag Strzeski. First question I have for you, Jonah, is what are your responsibilities as a captain?
As a captain, there's a lot of responsibilities. You have to be a leader for your underclassmen and your other seniors. Like every time, whether you win or lose, you just got to be there for your team and always push people to be better players, work hard.
Tag, how is it different this year at the new field compared to last year when there was like no fans?
It's much different. You know, last year you could only have like 2 people from your family. This year we look up and the whole student section is packed, and it's just a good environment. You know, when we played Braintree, everyone was hyped up. You know, Jonah had the game-winning touchdown, and that was just like definitely a great memory. You know, everyone was there, everyone saw it. So yeah.
Jonah, what is the atmosphere like at practice this year?
Oh, practices this year are way better because we got more coaches and all the players, they want to help everyone get better, especially when we go split up into scout defense and team offense. Everyone just has a lot of energy.
Tag, how do you guys like stay in shape for like the off season?
This summer we had workouts like pretty much starting in late June, I think. We've just all worked together, held each other accountable because we want to have a great season.
Jonah, how are you guys preparing for the Thanksgiving game this year?
We're going to have a bunch of practices before Thanksgiving, prepare for Canton. This is our last game together, so we just want to make sure that everything is right.
Yeah. Last question, Tag, what is it like playing for Coach Burke?
It's an honor, you know. You grew up as little kids going to the old football field. You know, you'd see Coach Burke and all those players. I mean, he's still doing it, so it's pretty cool to be able to be one of his players now, be the kids that you can look up to.
Thank you guys for joining us today. That'll be a wrap.
Thank you for watching this edition of SHS This Month.
Today we're here with Michael, Marley, and Obi, and we're going to interview them about different holiday things. Michael, what is your favorite holiday?
My favorite holiday definitely has to be Christmas.
Okay. Marley, what is your favorite holiday?
I'm gonna have to agree with Michael here. You know, like the Christmas vibe, like the weather, like the snow, the movies, the music, like you can't go wrong.
Okay. What is your favorite holiday, Obi?
I would agree with them too. I'll go with Christmas, because Christmas, I love like that long vacation you get until like the 2nd of January. It's like enjoyable. You wake up, know you have no school. Yeah. Like usually a good vibe.
Sure.
All right. Michael, what is your favorite winter food?
Definitely has to be cookies. Chocolate chip cookies.
Marley, what is your favorite winter food?
Probably apple pie. Yeah.
Okay. Obi, what's your favorite? What's your favorite winter food?
Mine would have to be turkey. When you get the turkey with the gravy, and then you could put like different sauce and stuff. Yeah, be hitting.
All right. Michael, what's the best Christmas present you've ever received?
Probably the Xbox One when that, like when it first came out. I was like, ooh.
What's the best Christmas present you've ever received, Marley?
Probably computer. Yeah.
Okay. What's the best Christmas present you ever received, Obi?
Well, mine was probably like one of the early 2Ks, like 2K like 12 or something. I remember this dude from my church gave it to me, and like that was like the best thing that like happened.
Great, the legacy.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your favorite Christmas holiday special to watch during vacation?
Probably SpongeBob. The Christmas special.
Yeah, that slaps.
Yeah.
What about you, Marley?
Probably Home Alone.
All right. What you, Obi?
Mine's probably like the Grinch, it's a throwback. It always like hits,
Yeah.
no matter what.
You're right.
Always throw it on. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you all for your time. That's all.
And now we're segueing to an interview with Mr. Halick and Matt.
I'm Matthew Fowers. I'm here with Mr. Halleck, and today I'm going to be interviewing him. So, Mr. Halleck, how did your career lead you here to Stoughton?
Well, I've been teaching for 12 years. I used to teach in Boston at a charter school in Boston, and then this last year I applied for the theater arts position here at the high school and the middle school.
That's really interesting. Thank you for telling us that. So, what made you want to actually become like what you are now, like your career?
Well, I majored in theater and music when I was in college, and I really enjoyed. I had a job where I actually used to go to different schools around Boston and perform for elementary and middle school students, and I actually really loved working with in youth theater. So I decided that education was going to be the path that I wanted to take. So I kind of combined my love of theater and performing with teaching, which is like the best of both worlds for me.
And what would you say your inspiration is for doing all this?
I've had a lot of really, really, really great teachers in my life, from my high school drama teacher to my acting teacher in college, to my voice teacher in college, and they kind of have inspired me along the way to be the best version of best performer that I can be, and also to model what it means to be a really good mentor and a good teacher to my students. And whether a student takes a class at Stoughton High School and they have no idea what theater is, or they really love theater and they want to get into more performing, I hope that I can inspire students here to just find some sort of interest in theater that they didn't even know that they had.
Very interesting and very motivational. Thank you for that. What would you say, what's the most difficult part of being head of house?
I think running a theater program is difficult because there's a lot of hours after the school day that you have to put in. So, we have our, theater classes that run during the school day, but they don't actually correlate right now. They don't correlate to what's going on the main stage. Like, we have a show opening on Friday. Tomorrow we have a show, our fall play opens tomorrow, but none of that actually happens in the classroom at this point. That's not what our curriculum is set up to do. So there's a lot of hours after school that students have to put in, but also the crew that has to get the sets ready, get the lights ready. But then, there's even more hours that I and other adults put in. So I work with a team of lighting designers and costume designers, and we meet outside of rehearsal time to kind of think about what our vision for the show is going to be and how we were going to make that come to life on stage. So there's a lot of preparation involved. There's a lot of extra hours after the school day, but I love it because it's what I love to do. So I don't really view it as a job so much. So it is difficult sometimes because you get tired. Tech week, it's tough. Like, I was here until 11 o'clock painting last night. So it's a long day, but at the end of the day, it's a really, we're doing it for kids because it's their experience. And also, it's what we love to do. We love to perform. So it doesn't seem like work all the time.
And about being head of house, how's it like teaching kids the equipment here in Stoughton High?
Well, a lot of our equipment is new to me because I came from a different school that had different equipment. So, it's taken me a couple of weeks to kind of get adjusted being a new teacher here and getting used to also working the equipment myself. I think the hardest thing to teach and to convey to students is that safety is always a number one priority, that no matter what we do, we always want to be safe with the equipment that we use, that the equipment isn't like a toy in some way, and that the equipment is there to help us do our job as as artists, whether we're sound crew or lighting crew or props. Like, all of the equipment that we have here is used to help tell the story that we're trying to tell on stage. We have to do that in a really safe way so that everyone, obviously no one gets hurt, and the job gets done by the end of the day.
Do you mind telling me about like some of the equipment that you do use here?
Yeah, so we have our auditorium is a full fly system. So we have, that means that we're able to take scenery, rig scenery onto battens. We can fly it all the way up into the fly space above the theater where the audience can't see it. We have a full LED lighting system in the auditorium and in the black box. So part of training students eventually is going to be like how to hang and focus lights on the stage. We have full sound system, wireless sound system that we use to trigger audio cues. We have like 20 wireless microphones that we have to balance for each show. Set levels and balance and make sure that we're not getting feedback and that the performers sound the best that they can when they're on stage. And we also we don't have a shop here at Stoughton High School, but I collaborate with the engineering department, so we use their equipment sometimes, and we also have our own theater equipment that gets stored in the black box for set construction. So anything from drills and screw guns to table saws is what we kind of use to build the sets.
Very interesting. Thank you. I think that's all of our questions for now. I'd like to thank you for allowing me and the rest of us to hear this interview and be here to interview.
Cool.
And that'll be all.
Great. Thanks.